Ken Loach's film, I, Daniel Blake, has won the highest honour, the Palme d'Or, at the Cannes Film Festival. The second time he's won it. It tells the story of a 59-year-old joiner who's unable to work after a heart attack and struggles to navigate the welfare system, and a single mother of two, Katie, who's just moved to Newcastle. Here she is, played by Hayley Squires, trying to sign on at the job centre, but unable to because she's arrived late for her appointment.
The decision maker's going to be sending you a letter through the post. You're going to have to wait for that, and then you get.
Yeah, my kids have got to start school tomorrow. I've got about 12 quid in my purse.
Do you know what?
All because you can't just calm down and listen to people when they talk.
Right.
You all
Again,
have to do this.
Do you know what? I've listened to you. You've created a scene. I think
I've created this. No, mate. I've created. If I was going to create a scene, you'd know about it.
You need to leave the building.
I'm sorry, look.
Okay, you need to. This is ridiculous.
Jesus Christ!
What am I supposed to do?
Who's first in this queue?
I am.
Do you mind if this young lass signs on first?
No, you carry on.
There you go. Now you can go back to your desk and let her sign on and do the job that the taxpayer pays you for.
Hayley Squires there and I, Daniel Blake. Well, we're joined from Cannes by the film's director, Ken Loach. Good morning and congratulations.
Thanks very much. Good morning.
What was it about the film, do you think, that made those judging it at Cannes think that it was the best film and give it the Palme d'Or?
Well, it's difficult for me to say that, but I think dealing with a cruel bureaucracy is something that crosses borders, and people understand the frustration of being constantly trapped by call centres, by people who won't give you the help you need, and facing a bureaucracy that is out to deny you what you feel is your right is something we all understand.
And it's the same team, as I understand it, that you were involved with for The Wind That Shakes the Barley, which was your last film that won the same prize. And also, remarkably, the same cinematographer as another British film that won at Cannes.
Yes, Robbie Ryan is a great cameraman.
So it's these British teams that are the way they're putting together the film, as well as the subject matter, that obviously works so well.
Well, no, I think it's the film. I mean, Robbie's Irish, of course. But I think it's down to finding a theme and a story that people can identify with and take something from, and that has some connection to the world we live in.
You, of course, famous for 50 years ago, Cathy Come Home, which ultimately affected policy. Is that something that you are still, I suppose it's an obvious question really, that you are still hoping to do with the films that you make?
I think that we have to look again at this whole cruel sanctions and benefit system, which is out to tell the poor that their poverty is their own fault, and if they don't have a job, it's because they're incompetent or useless. I think we really, I think there's a despair and an anger about people, with people who are facing this, and those who are trying to support them. I mean, the fact that we now accept food banks as part of our national scene, and it's there and it's accepted. I mean, this is really unacceptable, isn't it?
Of course, there is huge public support for what the government has done. The polls suggest that there is very strong popular support, not least for the benefit cap. Do you think...
Maybe because people listen to the Today Programme too much. If you had to get out amongst the people who are in the food banks, who are supporting those who are there, people who would not eat unless there were people providing charity, who have to choose between the heating and food, I think you'd find that there's a great disgust and despair that we live like that in this country now.
And in terms of the messages that you're trying to get through, you will continue to make films in this vein?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I keep peddling on. But there are so many others who would make films too. But, I'm lucky in that I can get commissions and that we can continue to work. But there are so many others who would make films too.
Ken Loach, thank you very much.